150? Any other ideas?
80.
80? Well, quite close. In between, in fact. So on an average scale, you have around 130 friends. And if you're a brand or whatever type of company that wants to somehow engage into Facebook, I think these figures are worthwhile, and I think this goes quite back to the idea I showed you already with that game, how you can enable the whole social network here and the value of it. In this case, if I'm thinking about my sort of core social network, I'm talking about the physical network, I mean the people I call daily and so forth. I think there's not more than 20 people in all. But I have a social network currently of 549 friends. Then I have a lot of other places like LinkedIn, etc. But this is only Facebook. If you then take 130 times 549, then it puts me in a position where, all in all, on the second level of social status, I have 71,000 friends that I can somehow engage with if I do want. And we already talked here earlier about the alpha users, and I think this is a topic which is worth discussing later today as well, that how can you actually utilize and gain value from a brand perspective out of these, and what should be, how can you pinpoint these alpha users and actually start discussing with them or engaging them in your brand, whether you have a Facebook site, an application, whatever type of content you're adding onto Facebook. So I think this is worth thinking. The whole levels of social statuses is what it actually is. The Facebook is a lot about. So looking into alpha users, I think that you should do. Another question, I did some information about what people actually do on Facebook. 3 minutes. All right, then we're quite on time here. This is a study which is done, and you have here a lot of information about video clips, etc., etc. I narrowed them down to 2 things. Talk about spend time and talk about create time. If you're a brand, I think it's worth thinking about these 2. Facebook, I personally think, is a lot about spend time. So I don't go into Facebook trying to sort of create more time for me. We talked about there's services like NetWipes and these type of services that gather all the RSS feeds that you have, and those services are more about create time. So one case which is typical, simple, easy to understand from a business perspective. I mean, this is a company sending out a Facebook event of their Ystävämyynti friend sale, or what you could call it. And this is probably one of the only cases I got within the last 2-3 days out of Facebook in terms of create time. I can go there, shop, certainly it's a bit cheaper, and probably I'll find what I want. So if I have 1 minute left, this is the only slide I wanted to show you. When going into a social network like this, I think it's worth pinpointing the whole sort of structure of all the stuff that you as a brand are doing. And by doing this practice, I think it's quite easy to find whether it's relevant for you as a brand or a company to go onto Facebook. And if a lot of content directs into stuff like podcasts or newsletters, well, in this case, podcasts, if you have stuff like that, then if you're serving either spend time or create time, I think especially spend time, then go on to Facebook. I think you can leverage that area quite well. So I hope this enabled a bit of discussions and we can talk more than in the panel here. Thanks.